We're getting a little bit more information now on what exactly Michael Cohen may be pleading guilty to here. We'll get the full answers here at 4 o'clock, but NBC News' Jonathan Dienst has two sources now saying that the expected plea deal will include tax fraud, bank fraud, and a campaign finance violation. Nothing is done here until it's done, though, so we'll wait and see what the actual documents indicate. But Dienst's two sources here are in line with what the speculation has been in the run-up to this, that we're talking about tax fraud, bank fraud, and campaign finance violation, a campaign finance violation. That might indicate just one. So we'll wait and see what the details of all of that are. But clearly, prosecutors here have combed through Michael Cohen's business dealings and come up with something that they feel violates the law in Cohen's past. And now Cohen is expected to plead guilty to that. Now, at 4 o'clock, when we get these documents, what everyone is going to be watching for here is what type of deal has Cohen struck with prosecutors. Is he agreeing to cooperate? And can we tease out from these documents any details about what exactly the terms of that cooperation are? Is he an active cooperator, as they say? We should get more information about that in just about an hour and a half.
All right, let's tease out some of these. Campaign finance violations, we've talked a lot about that. That would be related to Stormy Daniels, correct?
Yeah, that's possibly Stormy Daniels, possibly others. The issue that's been swirling around here, again, we're sort of in the realm of speculation, but the issue that's been swirling around is payments to women to keep their silence about any relationship they may have had with then-candidate Donald Trump during the campaign. The argument might be that those were campaign-related payments and should have been disclosed in campaign disclosure filings.
If Michael Cohen made those payments on behalf of the president,
exactly.
Not the then candidate, without actually getting reimbursed for them.
Well, right, or that's right. So the question is, how did the reimbursements happen? Who knew what about those payments, and when did they know that? And of course, we've seen Michael Cohen change his tune publicly about the president. Early on, he was famous for saying, he'd take a bullet for Donald Trump. More recently, he said that his family and his country come first in terms of loyalty. And then he released some of those tapes of his conversations with the president of the United States during the campaign. And those tapes seemed to indicate that the president was, then candidate, was at least aware of the discussions surrounding payments to at least one person. But the tapes were inconclusive, as released publicly by Lanny Davis, the Michael Cohen's own attorney. So the question is, what tapes does Michael Cohen have that haven't seen the light of day? And do prosecutors have those, and what's on them?
Tax fraud, bank fraud, the reports are that that's related to his taxi medallion business, as Tyler indicated earlier, right? That's
right.
Where that's coming from.
Could be financing for the taxi medallions, getting loans based on the medallions as collateral. We'll have to see what the indications are there. And then, of course, tax fraud. That's something that we're seeing also in the Manafort case, where the jury is in deliberations right now in Virginia, just across the Potomac from where I'm standing. One of the issues there was Manafort having offshore bank accounts, not disclosing those offshore bank accounts, and then not paying taxes on the revenues generated in those accounts. So that's something that we see time and time again in these white-collar cases.
Yeah, well